series which I'm going to call The Biggest Technic Pack. This is what I'm going to call this series. Don't forget to click the bottom left annotation to subscribe and the bottom right annotation to see any of my other videos. Now this mod pack is gigantic. I've started playing just to get some resources going. I found quite a lot of lucky blocks, so I got quite a. I've actually got some really good stuff in there. I got about a stack of diamonds and stuff. So this is our little starting base that I made. This is our little base. We got a autonomous excavator with a sieve if we ever need any like broken stuff. Over here we've got our ores that I collected. In here we got 30 diamonds, 9 emeralds, a stack and 16 iron, a load of food, 2 beacons which I got, one from a wishing well and one as a lucky block. We've got our nice little farm for our aubrey bushes. So yeah, today what I want to get started on is just get straight into it and just build something. Now let's do ore processing. Now what we want for that is something that will double our ores, but for that we're going to need power anyway, so we're going to make a generator. But what type of generator? We got our survivalist generator, which is basically a coal generator. I think a furnace generator is the same. Now as you can see there is EMC on each of these items. That is because there is a mod installed called Project E, which is the new version of Equivalent Exchange. Now, if you've never heard of Equivalent Exchange before, it's a mod where it gives things a value, like diamond is, I think it's 8,192, something like that. It gives it a value, and then you can turn that value from that item into another item, if you know what I mean. Normal generator is quite easy. Iron plate. Oh god. Oh my god, this Industrial Craft 2 is so much more difficult than just normal Industrial Craft. Now, we want to be totally, like, carbon neutral. We want all our energy to be, like, biomass, that sort of stuff. So, wind turbine, how do we make one of these? Energy tablet, enriched alloy. I could make one of those. Electronic circuit. What was the other version of that we can make? We can make this. So we need a metallurgic infuser, but we do need a bit of power to start off with. So where were those generators? They were on the first page, weren't they? So I'll just make a survivalist generator, which is cobblestone, piston, 2 bits of iron, a furnace, and 2 bits of redstone. So we need some iron, we need 3 bits of redstone. Do we have redstone? Yes we do, not a lot of it though. As you can see, I've got a coin. Don't need most of this in a minute. Oh yeah, I got droppers because I was making lucky blocks. Right, oh nice. Oh no, it's wood on top for a piston, isn't it? Derp. Bit of redstone, cobble and cobble. Piston. Furnace. So it's a furnace, 2 redstone, a piston, 2 iron, and some cobblestone. What have I done wrong? Have I got these the wrong way now? Yeah, so as I said, there is some problems with this. Actually, I didn't say, did I? There are some problems with this mod pack. Like when you craft a furnace, it crafts it as the wrong type of furnace. It crafts it as a mod, like a modded furnace. If you get what I mean. So we'll dig out a little room over here for the ore processing. Just a nice little room, not a big one. Ah, no, that's going to be a problem. Is that actually outside? If that's outside, then that's just a bollocks. No, that's not outside. Good. So we just want to hollow this out a bit. So this for now is going to be, let's make this our power room. So this is where we're going to produce all our power. Well, our organic power will usually be on the surface in forms of windmills and... Oh yeah, oh my giddy aunt. Another thing with this mod pack is it duffs normal pickaxes, so you can no longer use normal pickaxes, which kinda sucks. You have to use like osmium or something. So let that cook up. So yeah, this mod pack is a custom made mod pack by someone on the forums. I cannot remember who made it, but it's actually really stable. I've only had it crash a couple of times and I played it a little bit. Now it's surprisingly quite easy to run for the amount of mods it has in it. I mean, as you can see right here, it's got 323 pages of mods on this. So it's quite a large mod pack, and it's got all the mods that I love in it. So yeah, that's pretty damn good. And to be running like this as well. So this is a survivalist generator. This is a survivalist's generator. What you do is you put like wood or something in there and it gives you a power level. Now you can see the power you get from these is not a lot. I mean, putting a stick in there gets you 5. I think maybe putting a bit of coal in there gets you 50, something like that. So give that a minute and that'll burn that coal. But coal lasts quite a while. Now, let's put a torch in here. There's this pretty cool mod on. When you hold something that gives off a light source, it actually lights up around you, so you don't actually have to place it, which is pretty useful. So that's producing power. What were we going to make? We were going to make a wind turbine, weren't we? Produces power from wind, voltage, power 160 watts. Wind area, front 7, up, down 2. I don't know what it means by that. What's that? Wind meter. Right. These ones are better. The wind turbine. So you want 3 osmium. So we want to cook up 4 osmium. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll cook up 4 of you, at least. We want a metallurgic. God, try saying that when you're drunk. Metallurgic infuser. Mechanism is a really cool mod. Just saying. Really cool. It comes in so useful with machines, and all the machines from it look super cool. Like the machines from Mechanism just look stunning. Now, it did say 2 furnaces, didn't it? Or was it? Let's see if I can remember this. So it was like... think it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. Metallurgic infuser. So we're going to plop that in here for now. Now we need some cable. Now we don't want to go end game, go really high-tech cable. What conduits do we have? Right. Cable. Ooh, look at all these. Ground cable. Universal cable. How much is the basic cable? Steel. Ooh. Glass fibre. Rubber and copper. I can make that. I collected some rubber. And some copper. 1, 2, 3. Right, so how much power is that producing? Right, it doesn't produce it quicker, but it produces it for a longer period of time. 22,000 RF, that's not a lot of power. I mean, how much does this use? I don't know. Now, this thing is a bit slow, I will admit, and the interface is very confusing. Right, it uses 20 RF, but it needs 8,000. There's enough in there. Copper, rubber bars. Who else calls them rubber bars? Rubber bars. Rubber dub dub. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Let's see if we can just use these. Nope. Alright, so these BigPack wrapper are completely fucking useless. Excuse my language. Low voltage cable. That's exactly what I did. Or does it? Or does the rubber have to be on top? Right, so voltage 50, current 20 amps, power 1000 watts, 25 mega ohms. Right. This cable is shite. Right, we'll not be using this cable anymore. Right, what other cables are there? RedNet energy cables, I love these cables. So plastic sheets. I want to know what these are. Don't know. Right, let's not make them because I don't know what half the stuff on there is. I don't know how to make those either. Right, looks like the best way is refined iron ingot. Iron and manganese. I haven't got any manganese. steel dust and coal powder in them. You know what, why don't we just pick this up and put it next to it? Right, now, a little trick. If you put, I think it's coal in there, iron in here, I think that makes steel, if I remember correctly. Oh no, it makes enriched iron, and then you use the enriched iron for what? I can't remember. Oh yeah, you send it through again to make, I think that's steel dust. And then you furnace that steel dust to make steel. And I think the game's crashed. Come on. Please. Sorry, I'm gonna have a little drink while I wait. Oh, come on. Give me a second, guys, and I'll sort this out. Come on. Back. Right. So, yeah, before my game decided to screw up, the recording ended, and I got back on, and I finished making the stuff to make this, a wind turbine. So now we got our wind turbine. We want another pickaxe now. Let's just make one out of lapis, because why the hell not? Do I have no freaking what? I have no fucking wood. Excuse my language. Right, now we gotta go get some wood. Right, we will eventually have a tree farm, probably using Steve's carts, as I assume that's in here, the size of this mod pack. Right, so there we go, lapis. Right, so we can have a staircase here, leading up to the top of the mountain. is this mountain that we put our base in. And sunlight. Well, not exactly sunlight, but still. So we're going to put our wind turbine. So here's the front. We're going to put our wind turbine here. So these are pretty cool. As you can see, already got loads of power coming from this. 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,000 RF. So now all we need is somewhere to store this power. So we've made the power, and that's all we're going to do in this episode for today, guys. Because I am shattered. Already at 50,000 RF, which is an insane amount of power to generate in that sort of time. I know I can do like 100,000 RF per tick. That's not the point. This early on in the game. Oh, sorry, that was something I spawned in to have a little experiment with at the beginning of this, when I first launched this. There it is. Up there. I'd say that looks pretty cool. Got a little base in the mountain. We'll probably do a second floor and there'll be like a balcony bit there. I might build that in between this episode and the next. Yeah, so guys, between this episode and the next I am going to expand the base a bit more, maybe go for a little more mining, as I did just before I started up again. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is